Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So, a couple weeks ago, I did a video on the most underrated songs by Green Day, and some people in the comments were saying, hey, why don't you do the most overrated Green Day songs next? So, the people have spoken. Here I go. Quick disclaimer, with this list, I'm by no means saying that any of these songs are bad. I'm just saying they're a little overrated, whether it's people constantly talking about them, maybe them being constantly played live, or constantly appearing on the radio or in movies and other forms of media. And if you disagree with me on any of these things, that's perfectly fine. Everyone's opinion is valid. So, without further yapping, let's get into this. Number 10 is Basket Case, which is really not surprising because, hey, it's pretty overplayed on both the radio and live. But this is understandable because it's like their biggest hit, and it was their first breakthrough hit. Which, even though Longview was the first single from Dookie, Basket Case kind of defined Dookie as an album. So that's why it's pretty overplayed. And as you're gonna see with a lot on this list, most of them are singles or setlist mainstays. So take all of this with a grain of salt. And I know a lot of people would put Basket Case higher on their list, but the reason it comes out at 10 for me is because a lot of people really don't appreciate this song as much as it should be appreciated. There's a reason it's a hit, and there's a reason that it got so big. Because even if it wasn't on Dookie, it still was a very, very successful song. And it was a very well written song. And so, with that being said, I think it kind of deserves some of the praise that it gets. At number 9 is Minority from Warning. Pretty sure this was the second single from Warning, if I'm not mistaken, but it's been a setlist mainstay for a long time. And I know there are people who would agree when they say that the single Warning is more underrated than Minority, because Minority kind of was the biggest thing from Warning, the album. And again, Minority is at number 9 because I think that yes, it's overplayed, but it's not a bad song at all. Minority is kind of just monotonous a little bit. Like, it almost, like with the live show, it kind of just drags on a little too long. And I know he uses it as like the introduction section for the band, so it serves its purpose. And I'm glad they at least play something from Warning when they're on tour. But I almost wish they'd change it up a little. Like, why don't you play Fashion Victim or something? I don't know, just a hint. 8 is American Idiot, the title track. Okay, so this is where I kind of get conflicted because American Idiot is, in my opinion, a perfect album. Yet, a perfect album does not exclude songs that are overrated or overplayed. And the single American Idiot has kind of been through the ringer as far as live shows. It's constantly played, and it's not as bad as like Minority with being constantly played and kind of not really showing something new, because Billie for the most part tries to put something else in there, like changing the lyrics, with all the controversial stuff. But it's still kind of overplayed and overrated. At 7 is the infamous emo anthem. Not really, I thought MCR was the emo anthem, but okay, never mind. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Boulevard kind of has the same treatment as Basket Case because I hear it on the radio constantly, and like it's kind of become memed a little bit when, yeah, he wasn't literally saying he walks alone, it's kind of around the character of the Jesus of Suburbia. So if you pay attention, you'll understand the underlying story in the album. But to your average listener, which is, let's face it, maybe 50% of the Green Day fan base, or probably less, maybe less, hopefully less. Don't disappoint me, you guys are smart. Most of them think it's just a song about being super emo. So it kind of is overplayed. It's played almost every live show, and almost like if there was a song I was going to skip on American Idiot while listening, which I will not skip any, but if I was to skip one, it would probably be this song because it was the first Green Day song I ever heard, and I continue to hear it basically on a regular. At number 6 is Bobby Socks from their latest album, Saviors. Okay, so like I feel like maybe it's just Billie Joe who's glazing Bobby Socks, but like I feel like a lot of people, maybe just fans, I don't know, we're kind of making this into some big thing, like the biggest thing from Saviors, when in my opinion, Dilemma was the best thing from Saviors. But Green Day still continues to play Bobby Sox live, which I guess maybe it's not overplayed yet, but I feel like it is a little overrated with their stronger songs on Saviors. Chorus is kind of cool, the vocals are sick, I'm not gonna lie, but how many times do you want to hear Billie Joe say, "Do you want to be my girlfriend or boyfriend?" Apparently a lot. Okay, at number 5, this may get controversial, so bring it in the comments, I don't care. Number 5 is Saint Jimmy from American Idiot. And people can ask, hey, how is Saint Jimmy more overrated than Boulevard or the title track? Well, I'm just going to say that the reason it is because less people are admitting that it's overrated. More people stand by this and just say, hey, it's a banger song. But let's face it, it is a little overplayed. Don't get me wrong, I still really enjoy this song. But, like, in every Green Day show, they always make sure to play it, which I guess is a fun time, for Billie to run around, do his thing. But I don't know. I'd almost rather have them play something else off American Idiot. Or heck, maybe something off 21st Century, like Murder City or something. Or American Eulogy, please. At number 4 is Brain Stew from Insomniac. And this is like the only song from Insomniac that they continue to play. I mean, I really wish they would play songs like Stewart in the Ave or Geek Stink Breath, maybe. But, Insomniac has so many underrated songs that when a song like Brain Stew is the only thing that sticks out, it's kind of automatically overplayed and overrated. Brain Stew with Jaded, on the other hand, is a different matter, but I'm just gonna say Brain Stew on its own. Jaded is underrated as heck, it's a banger. At 3 is 21 Guns from 21st Century Breakdown. I'm pretty sure that like 90% of you guys are gonna agree with this. Because when I did this poll, or whenever it was, I did a poll on my YouTube, everybody was just saying 21 Guns, so I kind of agreed with that. As far as like movies, TV shows, being played on the radio, and maybe, not really live anymore, because they don't play it as much live. They played it a couple times recently, which I kind of appreciated. I thought it was cool. But it's more overplayed in the sense that the casual listener would be like, oh yeah, the only songs they'll know is like 21 Guns and Good Riddance. Which, speaking of Good Riddance, at number 2 is Good Riddance from Nimrod. This is obvious, very obvious. Everyone basically puts this either at number 1 or somewhere in the top 5. Because everyone and their mom knows this song, which does not make it bad. It's a very well-written song, and I think it deserved all the critical acclaim that it got. But hey, it's a little overplayed. What can I say? But like, if they stopped playing it at the end of all their shows, it kind of would be weird. Like, they've been playing it as a closer for so long that if they just stopped, maybe, I don't know, the shows might definitely not be the same. And at number 1, the most overrated song, in my opinion, is Know Your Enemy from 21st Century Breakdown. Okay, this song is not bad, but like, it's kind of just, I guess it's overplayed. And it's also just kind of monotonous. It is fun, but maybe it's just overplayed for me, because I've listened to this song. It was like one of the first Green Day songs that I was heavily listening to, which, look at me now. It's just overrated and overplayed a little, because this is like the one big song that they play from 21st Century constantly. And I would love like for them to play American Eulogy or the title track, 21st Century Breakdown. But, they picked this instead, which it is a very big part of their live show, because they normally bring someone up to play or sing with them on the bridge. Maybe ease back a little bit with Know Your Enemy. So that is all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please also put your picks for the top 10 most overrated Green Day songs in the comments. If you liked the video, please like the video, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification so you get notified, because there's issues with my views right now. Yeesh. And comment this emoji if you made it this far, so I know that you're one of the cool people. And I will see you or not see you in the next one. Adios.